Caitlin Clark was coming off a huge performance against Paige Buchers and the Wings, making her MVP case even stronger. But another tough challenge awaited her as the Indiana Fever faced the Atlanta Dream. And, of course, Atlanta wasn't playing at its usual high school gym. Instead, the game took place in front of a packed crowd at State Farm Arena, marking the 20th time a team had upgraded its arena for a home game against Caitlin Clark and the Fever. The matchup was crucial for both teams, with just half a game separating them and major playoff tiebreaker implications on the line. If Atlanta won, they would secure the playoff tiebreaker, making this matchup even more important. And whenever Caitlin Clark goes up against Angel Reese, you already know something interesting is likely to happen. This game had everything: unexpected performances, questionable officiating, Kelsey Mitchell's hilarious shoe and wardrobe issues, and a late game miss that fans won't forget anytime soon. Before we dive into all the action, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever updates. The game opened with Atlanta making a statement as Aaliyah Gray knocked down a three, immediately showing she would be a major problem for Indiana. Caitlin did what she does best, pushing the pace, racing down the court, and calmly finishing at the basket. The back-and-forth battle was officially underway. Then came what looked like the lowlight of the week. Angel Reese found herself completely alone on a breakaway but somehow missed the layup. Social media immediately exploded, with fans reacting to the surprising miss, while Dave Portnoy joined the conversation and ESPN defended Reese. Later, Chiny Aguamike joked that sometimes a player can actually be too open. Angel had been wide open but couldn't finish. Then Kelsey Mitchell answered with a three, looking ready to heat up early. Kelsey Mitchell looked ready to heat up early, but then came one of the funniest moments of the game. She stopped to tie her shoe and took so long that it looked like she was defusing a bomb. It felt like forever before she finally finished, and surprisingly, that wouldn't be her last shoe problem of the night. The Fever survived the wardrobe malfunction, and Caitlin Clark quickly returned to action. She knocked down a three over Angel Reese to give Indiana a 14-6 lead. Things looked promising, but cracks appeared quickly. The biggest problem was the lack of offensive support beyond Clark and Timpson, while Lexi missed several threes. Caitlin continued making excellent passes and threading the ball through tight spaces, but too many of those beautiful plays ended with missed layups. Kelsey Mitchell also began cooling off as the Fever's supporting cast struggled to provide consistent offense. Meanwhile, ESPN commentators praised Angel Reese's rebounding and liberty-colored shoes, only for her to get rejected at the basket moments later. Reese eventually answered with a layup to tie the game at 17-17, and the first quarter ended 21-21. Caitlin had 6 points and 2 assists after 8 minutes, making it clear Indiana would need more from her. The second quarter brought another Atlanta surge as Aaliyah Gray continued making plays, but Caitlin responded by finding Ty Harris for a three. At that point, Ty was clearly in rhythm, so the Fever needed to keep giving her opportunities. Then Caitlin put on a show, going behind her back and creating what should have been another assist, but Timpson couldn't finish the play. Caitlin grabbed the rebound herself and made sure the possession still counted. She stayed aggressive, threading another beautiful pass to Aaliyah for 2 points. On another possession, Caitlin showed impressive discipline by passing up an open shot and finding KK at the rim. With plenty of basketball still remaining, she already had 10 points and 5 assists, putting her on pace for another impressive double-double. Caitlin was on pace for another 20-point, 10-assist performance, while KK was also playing extremely well with 10 points and strong defense. The Fever built a 9-point lead and appeared firmly in control, but suddenly everything started falling apart. Caitlin airballed a shot, Kelsey Mitchell couldn't find her rhythm, and Indiana struggled to get offense from anyone outside its main contributors. Kelsey had just 5 points on 2-for-9 shooting, and Atlanta took advantage, closing the half on a 17-4 run to take a 44-40 lead. It was a frustrating collapse, and Indiana clearly needed more production beyond Caitlin and Timpson. Thankfully, Kelsey came alive in the third quarter, knocking down a couple of 2-point shots to help cut the deficit. Then Caitlin delivered another highlight, burying a deep three from near the parking lot to make it 47-46. The game quickly turned into another seesaw battle. Atlanta responded with a 7-0 run, but Caitlin refused to let the fever disappear. She answered with another 3 before adding a smooth fadeaway 2, keeping Indiana within striking distance. By the end of the third, Caitlin had 22 points, while Aaliyah Gray was equally dangerous, finishing the quarter with 27. Angel Reese also recovered from her slow start and began contributing more offensively as Atlanta maintained its advantage. Atlanta entered the fourth quarter holding a 72-64 lead, and Indiana looked to be in serious trouble. But the Fever had shown plenty of fight all season, and they weren't about to go away quietly. They slowly chipped away at the deficit, with Aaliyah cleaning up a rebound after a Caitlin Clark miss to bring Indiana within 2. Atlanta kept getting big shots from Aaliyah Gray, but the Fever continued fighting. With around 4 minutes left, Indiana had once again reduced the Dream's advantage to just 2 points. By then, the game had already featured 8 ties and 11 lead changes, and another dramatic swing was coming. Caitlin gave Sophie Cunningham a birthday gift with a beautiful inbound pass that helped put the Fever ahead by 1, giving Indiana its first lead since 49-48. After another lead change, Kelsey Mitchell stepped up with a huge three-pointer, barely keeping her feet inside the line. That may have been the only time her shoes cooperated all night because moments later, one of them flew off. Seriously, Velcro should probably be calling Kelsey after this game. Meanwhile, Stephanie White was desperately trying to call a timeout, but the officials failed to notice. By the time Caitlin finally called it, Indiana had only 4 seconds left on the shot clock, giving Atlanta one final chance to win. But the Dream couldn't capitalize because Angel Reese missed an incredibly easy tap-in at the buzzer, sending the game into overtime.
What the
We also got another memorable Caitlin and Angel moment, as Caitlin laughed at Angel's frustration. But the Fever took control in overtime. KK delivered clutch shots, including one that came from what looked like an accidental lob from Kelsey. Atlanta suddenly went cold, and Aaliyah Gray, who had been unstoppable all night, started missing crucial shots. Kelsey kept scoring, and another big basket made it a 2-possession game while giving her 19 straight games with at least 20 points. Indiana finally looked ready to close it out, but the drama wasn't over yet. The officials had one more controversial moment in store. Caitlin was called for a foul on Ryan Howard, and the decision immediately became a major talking point. Looking at the replay, it was difficult to understand how such a call could be made at such a critical stage. The Fever challenged the decision, hoping it would be overturned, but the challenge was unsuccessful. Howard then knocked down all 3 free throws, cutting Indiana's lead to 2 and putting the pressure right back on the Fever. Indiana came down the court, Caitlin was fouled, and this time she calmly made her free throws, providing some redemption after her difficult free throw situation against the Aces. From there, the Fever held on and escaped with a 95-91 overtime victory. It wasn't perfect, but a win is a win, especially in a game this dramatic. Timpson delivered one of the biggest surprises of the night, finishing with 20 points and 7 assists in the best game of her professional career. Caitlin Clark continued her incredible run with 26 points and 9 assists, both above her season averages. She kept Indiana in the game while Kelsey struggled and made important plays on both ends of the court. Her MVP case continues getting stronger, and Stephanie White specifically praised Caitlin's defense after the game. However, this matchup also exposed a major concern for Indiana: the supporting cast. Outside of Caitlin, KK, Kelsey, Aaliyah, and Timpson, almost nobody provided meaningful offensive production. No other Fever player scored more than 3 points, and that has to improve if Indiana wants to make a deep playoff run. Caitlin can carry a huge workload, but eventually playoff defenses will force other players to step up. The Fever now head to Toronto for the second game of their 5-game road trip, giving some struggling players an opportunity to regain confidence. Or maybe Caitlin and Kelsey will simply combine for 80 points and make everything look easy. Indiana remains in the hunt for a top 3 seed, while Caitlin strengthens her MVP case and Kelsey continues making history. For now, the Fever can celebrate a hard-fought overtime victory. If you're still here, drop a trophy in the comments because you're a winner for sticking around. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.